You know that feeling when work just feels like total chaos? A bunch of disconnected tasks where you feel like you're running flat out but not really getting anywhere? Well, what if you could turn all that chaos into a crystal clear, super efficient process? It doesn't matter if you're writing code or, say, brewing coffee. Let's get into it and map out the blueprint for a perfect workflow.
It's a feeling we all know too well, right? Just picture a busy coffee shop during that insane morning rush. Orders are getting mixed up, the barista's darting back and forth for milk, customers are waiting. That feeling of chaos, it comes from all this hidden friction in our systems, these invisible things that just slow everything down. But what if we could actually see them?
So in this explainer, we're going on a little journey to find that clarity. We're going to use our coffee shop as a guide. We'll start by understanding the anatomy of value itself. Then we'll learn how to see our own systems, go hunting for that hidden friction, figure out how to create uninterrupted flow, and finally bring it all home by focusing on the ultimate goal, delivering real value.
Okay, so our journey kicks off with a really fundamental concept. To fix any workflow, you've got to understand its core structure first. So let's start with this idea of a value stream.
Think of a value stream as, like, the operational anatomy of your organization. For our coffee shop, it's the whole shebang. From the moment a customer orders a latte, to the barista grinding the beans and steaming the milk, all the way to that final satisfying sip. It shows you exactly how work gets done, where value is being created, and, just as important, where it's getting lost along the way.
Now, here's the crazy part. Most of this system is totally invisible to us in our day-to-day grind. So the first real practical step is to make it visible, because you absolutely 100% cannot fix what you can't see.
So how do we do that? How do we make it visible? Well, first, we map the workflow as it actually happens, not how we think it happens. Every single step the barista takes. Then we analyze that map to see exactly where things are slowing down. After that, we examine every single step and ask, is this really necessary? And finally, we dig deep to understand the why behind it all, because that's where the real breakthroughs happen.
And this quote just nails it. For that coffee shop owner, the map isn't just some diagram on a wall. It's a new pair of glasses. It's a tool that helps them think better, to finally see the flaws, and to find the perfect spots to make a real, meaningful change. It really is the essential first step.
Okay, so once we can see the system, we can start the hunt. We're looking for the villains in our workflow, all those little sources of friction that slow everything down. This is the diagnostic phase, where we pinpoint exactly what's going wrong in our little coffee shop. And this gets to the heart of the matter. You have to understand this core conflict. In the coffee shop, grinding beans, steaming milk, those are value-added activities. They directly create the latte the customer wants. But walking all the way across the store for more cups, or having to remake a wrong order, that's non-value-added activity. It's just a fancy term for waste.
And this waste shows up as a few usual suspects. That one super slow espresso machine, that's a bottleneck. The handoff from the cashier to the barista, where the order can get misheard, that's a huge risk. Time delays are all those minutes a customer waits while that machine heats up. And pure waste is, the spilled milk that someone has to stop and clean up.
This quote says it all, doesn't it? Waste isn't just inefficient, it is the direct enemy of making an excellent latte. It eats up your resources, it hurts morale, and it tanks your profitability. Just being able to name it is the first step to getting rid of it for good.
So we've found the problems, we've diagnosed the patient. Now it's time for the treatment. How do we get from a system clogged with friction to one that has this beautiful, smooth, uninterrupted flow?
The ideal state, what we're aiming for, is something called flow. In our coffee shop, flow is when an order just glides from the register to the espresso machine to the pickup counter in one smooth, continuous motion. No stops, no backtracking. It's like the harmonious heartbeat of a really healthy, lean operation.
So how do we get there? The solution is a whole philosophy known as lean thinking. I want you to think of it like a pair of operational scissors. Lean is a methodology that's focused on one thing, systematically snipping away all forms of waste, so you're left with just a straight, clean line of pure value. For the coffee shop, it's as simple as moving the milk fridge right next to the steamer. It's the foundation for creating that flow. This is such a critical distinction. It is so easy to confuse being busy with being effective. That barista running around like crazy, that's just velocity without progress. See, true efficiency isn't about moving faster. It's about making sure every single action directly contributes to creating that perfect cup of coffee. And this brings us to the final and honestly the most important piece of this whole puzzle. Why are we doing all this? What is the ultimate goal? Well, it all comes down to one simple word: value. This is the North Star that should guide every single decision you make.
So what is value to that coffee shop customer? It's not just the caffeine, right? It's the total positive change they experience, getting a delicious, hot latte with their name spelled correctly, served with a friendly smile in under 3 minutes. It's that perfect blend of utility, quality, and experience.
I just think this is such a profound way to put it. Value isn't just some metric on a spreadsheet. It's a guiding principle. It's a moral compass that tells that coffee shop exactly what it should be doing, and just as important, what it should stop doing. It keeps everyone pointed in the same direction, focused on what truly matters.
So, as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this question. Now that you have this new lens, take a look at your own work. What invisible value stream, just like the one in our coffee shop, is flowing through it? And more importantly, what hidden friction is just sitting there waiting for you to find it and fix it?